Sisters, brothers, good evening. I was going through my cell phone just the other day. Had to upload my phone to back up my contacts, going to another service provider. And I noticed I had 915 contacts. Guess I've met a few people between here and there. And I said, why in the world, how in the world, do I have 900 numbers in this phone when I only call the same 5 or 6 people on a daily basis? And then I guess I asked the question, why do you only call 5 or 6 people every day? I think it's because, sisters and brothers, we all have just 5 or 6 folks that we can really count on. 5 or 6 people who are about their business. 5 or 6 people who are trustworthy. 5 or 6 people whose yes is really their yes, and no is really their no. Can I tell you, one of those 5 or 6 is sitting on my left. And you call him Jeff, I call him Daddy. I've never heard my daddy, I've heard my daddy say a lot of things. I've never heard my daddy say, maybe. Never heard my daddy say, I'll think about it. You either get a yes from my daddy, or you get a no from my daddy. The Bible says, let your yes be your yes, and let your no be your no. If my daddy says no to you, daddy has a 5 to 10 minute lecture on why his no is a no. And you're going to have to listen to it until he sees that you understand. But if and when my daddy gives you a yes, put it on your calendar. And I want you to expect it 15 minutes before he told you you were going to get it. The world has a shortage, sisters and brothers, of doers. The world has a surplus of talkers, but the world has a shortage of doers. And so of all the words that I've heard Daddy say, I've never heard him say maybe, I've never heard him say perhaps. It's either yes or it's no. One word I never tell my daddy is that I'm tired. Tomorrow morning I'll wake up and drive an hour 45 to Abbeville, South Carolina to go and pastor the church I'm privileged to serve, which means if I have an hour 45 there, that means I got an hour 45 back. But when I talk to a man who spent 24 years in the United States Navy, talk to a man who retired to spend 15 years driving an hour to Columbia to sort our mail, talk to a man who had surgery that dragged me around Bamberg last week, one word I can't use is tired. 35 can't be tired if 65 is not tired. And so I guess I grew up thinking I was my mother's child. I was thinking because I don't get nervous when lights come on or microphones come on or in front of folks. I grew up thinking I was my mother's child. I find myself every now and then doing things that Daddy taught me how to do. Going places that Daddy taught me to go. And whenever it is, Dad, that I do something for someone or I go somewhere for someone, they say, Rev, we didn't think you were coming. We figured you wouldn't show up. And I catch myself, sometimes I say it before I catch myself. I told you I was going to do it. And if I told you I was going to do it, my word is my bond. Sisters and brothers, if you want to honor my daddy, if you want to really give him a tribute, let your word be your bond. You don't have to be flashy. You don't have to let anybody know you're doing it. But if you say you're going to do it, do it. The Lord will be pleased, and Jeff Dowling will be honored. Daddy, I love you. I thank God for you, and I appreciate your fingerprint and your impact on my life.